Whoa, whoa, whoa! What up, people? Man, I just saw little something over on my sister page, man, and it's about how Chicago is giving these immigrants 70 million towards housing, towards restructuring houses in the community, job placement, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, man, plus the federal government is approving another 45 or 49 million towards these people who have never paid a tax a day in their life in the city of Chicago. This is going on in other cities as well. I just saw it going on in New York. And it's like, man, how is this going on when you don't give your citizens absolutely nothing? Y'all cut the food stamps down and everything. It's like, man, let me get my take on this, man, because my people's still there. And this shit is real, man. Mom Duke's right there. Talking about whoa, 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 what up, what up, what up? Man, like, subscribe, and share, folks. Like, subscribe, and share. Jack Chicago's finest. Man, I just want to, man, take a little time to, chop it up on this and, man, see what really our heads is at. It's like, man, we're allowing these congressmen, these so-called, leaders in our communities to just pass bill after bill after bill after bill towards these illegals that's coming in, and they making sure they living better than us. They making sure they're getting put in better positions than us. Chicago just released a $70 million, you know, grant towards housing, jobs, you know what I mean, schooling. These are all for illegals, so they're comfortable. Man, Chicago don't do nothing for his poverty-stricken citizens that's paying taxes. You got elders that's, man, they didn't cut their food stamps, they didn't cut their medical benefits. How can an elder make it on $26 a month in food stamps, and then y'all cut their Medicaid, and then they got to try to figure out a way to, if they have to go to the doctor, they have to pay for prescriptions, they have to pay to see the visit. You know what I mean? They have co-pays, but then you have these, you know, non-Americans, and salute to any anybody from anywhere that's trying to come and make an honest living. But a lot of these fucktards are not making honest livings. A lot of them are over here, man, doing a lot of reckless shit, flooding the hood with some of that cocaine, you know what I'm saying? And man, putting down a lot of bodies, and a lot of those dudes, from my perspective of meeting them, a lot of them are rapos. That's from my perspective of dealing with them. I've worked with a bunch of them. Man, I've been in the community with a shitload of them when they flooded Highlandtown out here in Baltimore. A lot of them have once they get that oil up in them, and man, I ain't trying to be judgmental. I'm just being honest from my perspective of what I have seen. They get that oil in them, they will feel like they can just take a woman. You know what I'm saying? then that's not even including the ones that's coming over here with gang and or organization affiliations, MS-13. They skinning niggas. You know what I'm saying? But then the government putting them in a position where it's real plentiful for them. And you got citizens here, man, that's scraping. Man, you wonder why these shorties out here just gunning everything down because they got nothing to look forward to. They mama still in the projects that they was in when they was kids. They still in them rundown ass, overpriced HUD homes since they was shorties. Roofs fucked up. You know what I mean? Slumlords. And the city ain't doing nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, when do we start getting some of these motherfuckers out of office? We got to start, man. If you don't vote, don't complain. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Because it's like, man, we always say, oh, it don't matter anyway. Yes, the hell it do. You know, for real, for real. Well, our country, what up, what up? I always appreciate you. It's like, man, we got to start getting Chicago, one of them cities where you still got these old senators, old congressmen, old aldermen with this old slave man ass mentality still sitting on them seats that nobody got the nuts to tell they bitch ass it's time for you little fuckers to roll out. They still slobbing when they sleep slobbing doing the fucking whole scenario, but all they do is wake up to sign that signature to fuck over everybody in the lower class community. You know what I'm saying? We need to start stepping up and really voting for who matters and who benefits you to you and your community. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. It's like, man, everybody that's a Democrat, that don't mean they for black people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's a Republican, that doesn't mean they against black people. Everybody that's self-representatives, that doesn't mean they not the one you might should really put a spotlight on. Because it's like, man, they push the narrative of who they think we supposed to gravitate to. We've been gravitating to Democrats for decades, and all they have done put thumbs on our shoulders, kept us in the hood, feet, pretending they giving us something like for nothing. They gave us pennies. They gave us pennies for decades. And we sit there roll like Republicans were so wrong. All them bitches ain't right, but all of them ain't wrong. There's some standards we got to make ourselves live by. Where, man, I don't want to be on food stamps. I don't want to wait a month to get $200. That shit ain't cool. And then you pay 70 for renting a project. And they, man, not many years, families after families, generations stayed in that one apartment. Then they decided to give them one more. I mean, it was a trickle-down effect. And then once they wipe the projects out, now you see the effect of it. Let them niggas kill each other off. And now the migrants are they pass black people up. And I ain't no racist dude. I'm just a realist. Go city to city. You have more illegals with businesses. You have more illegals with fine whips. You have more illegals with better apartments. You have more illegals with more money in their pocket. You have more illegals dragging their nuts, looking down on real American citizens. Shit is crazy. And then the ones that's coming over here on some street stepping shit, they stepping on niggas like it's nothing with no hesitation. Because they came from a spot where they'll sit down and carve your ass up. And you know what I mean? Put you in the bag, walk you across town. We too motherfucking pretty. We just want to shoot them across. Man, we better learn how to survive in this country. Everybody else will sit there and cut your head off, cut your arm off, cut your feet off, and make a sandwich while that blood's still on their hands. Niggas be sitting there ready to earl. We better man the fuck up. We better man up. For real, for real. As we get left behind trying to be stomped down gorillas. But then when it's really go time, throw our hands up bogan. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. We got a bunch of intelligent brothers. I'm about to run for alderman, man, in my community. I'm tired of them bitches leaving trash, y'all, up in my little trash area that's condensing rats like a motherfucker. That's some shit I stand on. I hate that shit. And I'm a gangster, hood nigga, but also I'm a taxpaying citizen that like my shit to look nice. You know what I'm saying? In my elder seasoned age. You feel me? Lucy Double. They more motivated. Let me give it. They more motivated, but G can't hold it for real. They using their mind to elevate. They came from worse conditions. They mind more focused. They came from third world country. Listen to me. Totally agree. I worked at a Baltimore galvanizing. We galvanized steel. I galvanized every seat inside M&T Bank Stadium, the Ravens Stadium. New ownership came in. They said we were one of the highest paid galvanizing plants in the United States. So what they did was they started the chopping block. I was at 2630 running the shop. I'm the foreman, but I had an old hillbilly that was a plant manager, come from Pennsylvania, walked in the door, used me to keep all the niggas off his back, used me to implement him and slide him in and, be the voice as he's been a face. As soon as he got enough hands on and realized as long as I was there, he was going to be secondary, cut my fucking throat off I never had a dirty urine, never had a write-up, I was the foreman. He called me in his office one day, crying, literally, bald, it looked like rainforest. It's the hardest decision I've had to make. I have to let you go. Everybody thought this dude was joking. I ran this company, but he had to get rid of me because as long as I was there, he couldn't plant his feet the way he needed to plant his feet. Got rid of me, killed everybody's salary, moved all the illegals in, and bumped their salaries up, kicked all Americans out. But that came down also to they come work they ass off. And we sit there pity-patting around, not appreciate. They'll take that $7, $8 hour job, but 10 of them motherfuckers living in that 3-bedroom apartment for a year. They women cooking chicken, rice, you know what I mean? They corn, they tortillas, they cook their dinners, and they stay there and stack their dough 2-3 years. Look up, they got their own company. I've seen it done. But us as colored people, we can't be around each other that long. We ain't got the patience to lock in with each other and, man, have a goal. But we can't knock them, you know what I mean? Because they work hard. I've seen it done. These fuckers work hard when we sitting there, man, it's too motherfucking hot out here. Seen it done. So we let ourselves get passed by in these legal motherfucking factories and shit. But at the same time, you got a lot of individuals running these shops that was looking to get rid of niggas anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we gave them the red carpet treatment to cut our fucking heads off. You know what I'm saying? And the government, man, the machine is never for us. You know what I mean? So we got to admit that. We got to stop allowing ourselves to be just on nigger time all the time. You know what I mean? We don't even pay attention to shit like this that's going on until it's too late. You know what I mean? Until it's too late. The bill been passed. So now what you gonna do with all them homeless citizens and homeless soldiers that the fault for this bitch that you ain't done nothing for. They can't even go to Red Cross. They can't even go down to the what is it called? Hey, what's it called where the soldiers go? Like for the doctors. Like what is the grant? But where the soldiers go get for their medical care and shit. Like James. But the VA buildings. The VA ain't even doing nothing for them now. My bro out here bonehead, crazy as a motherfucker. They won't do nothing for him. He'd have been to 3 wars. You know what I'm saying? My big cousin, he went to all 3 of them. He come home, this nigga got to cut lawns to pay his bills. How you gonna do that? And you had that man on the front line killing shit that he shouldn't have been killing and watching his homeboys get their brains blew out. And he come home, y'all gave him a couple medals, but he ain't got a job. He ain't got a fucking job. He had to cut grass so his wife would fess his ass up. That's the type of shit we got to deal with. Psychological warfare. I disagree, Poe. Explain to me. Let's talk. Let's talk. Which part you disagree with? Let's talk. Let me go back. Straight up. Lucy Double, that only applies to some of them. are here to change their life, but most are coming for the wrong reasons. I can agree with that. And so unity, focus, discipline. Division equal division. That's a fact also. But we can't always stay, everything is good, clean, and wholesome, but it's not reciprocated. You understand? Because it's some of the Spanish guys that come from over there, they look at themselves and they acknowledge as being white, not colored or brown. I've heard them tell me myself. So it's like, man, all of them don't fuck with us. Like for real. The VA correctly. Man, which part you disagree with, Poe? About Poe? I ain't us. Who's getting the monies? Yeah. It ain't us who's getting the money. Yeah, we ain't getting nothing. You know what I mean? The United States citizens is getting zero. All we doing is getting higher rent, less places to park, less jobs that they're really, even if we qualified for, really, man, fessing us up. If we get to a second interview, we lucky. But they already got their mind made up. But too many of us go to a job interview looking like with your pants hanging off your ass. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go in there accordingly. We gotta start carrying ourselves also properly. Fuck what the fashion statement is. If you're trying to get into a business, into a job, you gotta go in there with your head up high, chest out. Man, change your demeanor and not go in there with your pants hanging off your ass, yo-boing, if you're trying to really get a job. But most of these youngsters not really trying to work a 9 to 5 because they got too much, you know what I mean, easy entities in these streets and where to make money for a couple years, and then you look up, they got 30 years to back their life up. You know what I mean? For real. It damn sure ain't us. That's for real. Man, do we see how much homelessness we have in this country? Man, Nestor, I appreciate you. The United States should have zero homelessness. Man, here in Baltimore, you go down Philadelphia Road, Park Heights Road, you have row homes, and these are monumental row homes. That was like, man, in the jazz era when the blacks had the whole Pennsylvania Avenue where it was Black Wall Street. They shut that shit down, and now you got these big 3-story homes, one empty, but one occupied. The next 4 row homes vacant. 1 occupied. The next 10 vacant. 2 occupied. How can I couldn't even live on a block like that? Because the other ones that's empty, they rat infested. They got bodies up in them. Niggas running them as whole houses and everything. Man, you could wipe. I give it to Javante Tank Davis. He just went and bought his entire old block up, and he's restructuring and rebuilding it right now. So salute to Shorty. But it's like, man, it's too many of us. It's too many of us that sit back and allow, man, go to some of these motherfucking hood home meetings. They got shit going for pennies, but we don't ever even hear about it. What's the St. Helena, right? It's an area close to me in Dundalk, St. Helena. So typically, it was an old, like, almost trailer parkish looking area. But what people don't know, this is the area that's starting to, get the niggas out, get the drugs out, get the prostitution out. So the homes are going for sale. My wife had showed me the 2 of them over there. She said, baby, we should get them. I say, man, I'm thinking, man, I don't want no damn homes over this old wretched motherfucker. But could have got 2 on for about 65, 70. One went for, just on the basic service, they just sold one for 360. You know what I'm saying? It's areas that they about to wipe out and clean up. But you know what I mean? They don't promote it to us. But we got to start doing our own digging. We got to stop waiting for them to tell us something or give us something. Because, man, history shows they ain't going to give us shit but a bunch of bullets in jail time. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what Lucy got to say. I made the contact with Hyde Park. We ain't supporting DT. Hey, man, salute. Integrated morals, priority, and discipline. And Spanish people, they take pride in their craft, no matter condition or the wage. That's why they excel. That is a fact. I've talked to some. You gotta. It's a different type of struggle. We become, after our grandparents, we became too spoiled. But I talked to a couple of them over there that man, I actually got pretty cool with. But when you have a group of men come into your village and behead, defeat, skin, and chop up a motherfucking whole entire family, and you live through that, and you get a chance to jump on that death boat, that you're willing to risk your life to get over on that death boat and get here, man, they willing to work hard, and they send that money back to their people. I had 2 of them. One of them he worked 60, 70 hours a week. He was sending money back home. He opened up an entire fruit farm. You know what I'm saying? Another one built a mini mansion there with extended fucking company of dumpsters. They taking this money, sending it back over there, and going to better areas in the part of the country they're from. They'll stay over here 4 or 5 years, dump that money, and go home, and then live like kings. But while they're here, they got 5 or 6 families in one home, and they making it work. All the women doing the cooking, you know what I mean? Whoever the head of the house, they charge them, it's $75 for 3 meals a day all week. You know what I'm saying? Full breakfast, full lunch, full dinner, $75 a week, plus you give them another 100 just for the week on rent. They making, you know what I'm saying, a stack to 1,200. That's $1, not even 200 a week. You got 7 motherfucking families, they can stay around each other. Negroes, man, we might make it a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Unity. They know how to stick together and walk their people up arm by arm. Can't take that from them. Gotta respect it. We got too much testosterone and pride, and man, we don't want to be near nobody. You too close to me. You looking at my girl. You know what I'm saying? We always on nigga time. And that's why, man, we done let illegals pass us up. You ride through the hoods, you see more Spanish and Puerto Rican barbershops, restaurants. And you don't see not one black establishment nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's our fault. On top of the machine. You know what I mean? We gotta start voting them fucktards up out of there. The many chiefs, not enough in it. That's a fact, big back. You know what I mean? Everybody wanna be the man. Instead of, if you see somebody do something real productive, positive, and on a business tip, and it's working, ain't nothing wrong with asking, bro, man, how you get that started? But we got too much pride. Instead of asking how we get it started, we try to figure out how to knock the first brick off of it. You know what I'm saying? That's just real nigga shit. Next start, man, I tried to, bro. I ain't gonna come on here and speak nothing. If it ain't meaning something, you ain't gonna hear me on here, bro. It's like for real, for real. If I gotta get on here and do all that sucker duck shit, I'll shut my channel down, man. For real, for real. And this is going on city to city. It's just not Chicago. They doing it in New York. You know what I'm saying? They making it where it's almost impossible for us to even afford living in the lower classes in the cities now. They everywhere doing everything that they got an agenda to better the livelihood of the family. I keep telling everybody, we better remember what our grandparents taught us. How many of y'all, especially if you from a city, my grandparent had a garden every year. She planted that motherfucker and she fed us off that garden. You know what I mean? She took her, my granddaddy went about some land up in Indiana. He would go out there, have all the grandbabies. He had 15 grandbabies. He have us out there hoeing, the boys hoeing, the motherfucking girls going down planting seeds. Into the summer, we got corn, we got grains, tomatoes, you know what I mean? Cucumbers, onions. We ain't, man, soon as our grandparents deceased or passed away, man, we forgot all about them survival tactics. We forgot all about them. People here only worried about car, jewelry, and clothes. Exactly. We better, man, start saying, fuck these big cities. Get up in one of these counties where you can start growing your own food, have your water well, and have your long driveway where they got to come. You can see their ass coming to you, so that give you enough time to throw a rock or throw a stone or throw a, whatever you have to make sure them bitches don't get up to your front door. We better stop preparing and, man, get militant, prepare for war. Don't be scared of nothing, but always be prepared. If you prepared, you ain't got to get prepared. Because if they roll up on your ass right now, what you going to do? You going to start throwing Xbox controllers at them? You know what I'm saying? Come on, real talk. We better get it together, man. Like, no joke. And it's 2 minutes, man. Black men, let's talk to these shorties. Even if they seem like they off they square. If you handling your business and you standing firm, they'll sit there and listen, man. It might not stick and resonate, but they'll give you enough respect to sit there and listen to what you're saying as an OG. And one of them might remember that shit right as that situation happening that saved his life. That means you did your job. That's up to me, man. That's how I live by. Man, this shit right here is therapeutic. And, man, I try to get back for some of them wrongs I did. You feel me? But it's like, man, too many of us so-called, I ain't going to say OGs, because I ain't give myself OG yet. That was given to me, because I earned that. But too many niggas want to come in thinking they're entitled to be the big dog, because he used to be there. The law of the land is real. You got to respect these young boys, or they'll knock your noodles back. That don't mean you tuck your nuts. That means you stand up as a grown man and holler at their ass. If you sitting out there smoking and drinking with them, you can't tell them niggas nothing. For real, for real. We better wake up, bro. We better wake up for real, for real. But, man, I just wanted to tap in on this. And, man, let's pay attention to what's going on. It's like, man, they giving us anything and telling us anything they want us to know. It's still okay to read. It's still okay to pick that newspaper up. It's still okay to watch CNN and dissect that shit. For real, for real. I believe people can use people to get where they got to get. Them shit on the people that were there for them. Facts. They operate and use each other for profit, not for progress and positivity. Great comment. Net stars, facts, you already know, Net. Big bag. I can't stand people like that, bro. I've been through it in real life. Man, it's sad. Lots of losses still going and taking them. I'm in the battlefield. It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty, man. But I still go out there, man, and man, give my spiel. Cause it's like, man, I tell a lot of these dudes, and this is not bragging. My jacket is immaculate. My jacket is immaculate in them streets. And I chose to, man, live a different lifestyle. But before I left, I ain't leaving no bad luggage, no crook down my spine, no dirt on my jacket, none of that. So I got the right to go back out there and speak my spiel, because ain't nobody gonna fess me up. But at the same time, I ain't going out there trying to bully gang these little niggas. I'm getting them. It's their time, bro. It's their time. You got to respect these shorties. You can't go out there just because you coming home. You expect you supposed to have the same position that you had when you left. Man, it don't work like that. The law of the land is for real, bro. That's universal law. The law of the land is for real. And you'll be forgotten if your ass ain't there. Your stories, man. Everybody got a glamorous story, what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? Them kids don't want to hear that, man. As you should, with nothing left to do but you hanging around with your next generation time. Man, facts. And they, man, and when I holler at them, man, they sit there and suck it up, man, because I don't bullshit them. You know what I'm saying? They know bullshit when they see bullshit, but I don't preach to them. I keep it a bang. Let them know, man, your options is, you only got limited options. So that means you can't react. You can't not pay attention. You can't not be on your square. And man, you can't ever be fucking with females and dudes that you know got the possibility of fetching and setting your ass up. You got to be thinking all the time if you playing in that field. Because I tell all of them, I've never been to the penitentiary, man. And I've done some of everything around the world. So I tell them, death in the penitentiary ain't got to be the end game. And I stand on that. And I can go back everywhere I've been. Head up, chest out, never been a rat, never been a fake, never been a snake, never been a sucker duck ass nigga, never been one of them stab you in the back, never been one of them. Only thing that say bad at me, Jack might have knocked one of their girls back. You know what I'm saying? They might have left a bitch alone and I might have nailed her to the cross. That's the only thing they can say about Yak. But on some straight up, real nigga time, I ain't never been no sucker duck. Real talk. But man, I appreciate everybody, man. Real talk, man. Next time, you already know, number love. Big back, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you holding me down. I really do. Never take it for granted. Lucy Double, thank you. Man, you know what's up, little bro. You already know what it is, man. April Showers, sis, thank you. I saw this on April Showers' channel. That's what brought it to my attention. And I did a little digging. Man, we got to pay attention. Post Kebab, man, who else? Lucy Double, Post Kebab, Real Man, Post. Who else I saw up in here? Wild Country, you already know. Man, I thank everybody. Anybody that get it later, anybody get it now, I never take it for granted. I appreciate y'all giving me your ear. I'm always, man, whether I got one person in here or I got 100. Yo, somebody was trying to get, April trying to come up. I got you on the next one, since I apologize. You know, I get to run in my mouth. I don't even be paying attention to what's going back there. I can't help it. Because what I say, I mean. And I mean what I say, you feel me? So, man, I apologize about that, sis. I really do. You know, I love you to death. But, man, appreciate y'all, man. Tap in with your boy, man. Y'all know me. If I come up here and say something, it's something I mean, man. Holla back. Jack Chicago's finest. Jack Chicago's finest. What I tell them, they ain't got to respect me, but they will not, I repeat, will not disrespect me. Because I wouldn't do that shit to their ass first. Holla back. man. Appreciate y'all. I really do. Definitely appreciate you. Like, subscribe, and share, folks. Like, subscribe, and share. Jack Chicago's finest. Lucy Double, thank you. Man, I try to stay even keel, man, and I don't ride the fence. So, man, come back and talk to me, man. I definitely appreciate you. I never take it for granted. Everybody be safe. Keep your head on the swivel. Next start, you already know. 215-19 all day, baby. Love y'all, man. Thank you.